Got the slightest little corner showing down there in the bottom, don't we? It's all right. We'll make do. All right. With all the bugs worked out, I hope, we're back in A Story Wealth to do a little survival. Primary focus on Sim Settlements 2.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Salt Tech.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can get in. Welcome to Gun for Hire. Fantastic mod. A lot of fun. We're going to go for reputation mode. Because this is a survival run and we might as well do everything by the book. Cute. Mr. Tidy cleans up all those corpses that generally lay around and attract flies at your settlements. And the bone piles. Gotta get rid of those bone piles too.
Body aching, sore of heart, Geiger counters off the chart, Casted Caravan's got the cure. Alternative medicine products that will fix you up for sure. Casted.
No sound. When it rains, it pours. That should be better. We caught it early on. Beware the manhandler. Classic. Like Sturgis is about to get a big surprise.
Caston Caravan is currently doing business next to the old cemetery near Covenant. Come on down and see for yourself. You won't be sorry. Body aching, sore of heart, Geiger counters off the chart? Caston Caravan's got the cure. Alternative medicine products that will fix you up for sure. Caston Caravan is currently doing business next to the old cemetery near Covenant. Come on down and see for yourself. You won't be sorry. Body aching, sore of heart, Geiger counters off the...
There's life in these old wastelands, so that's a plus. Although that was a recorded radio broadcast, so you never know. Somebody left their orange toolbox up on top of that billboard. How delightful. And on the way into town, I always grab everything I can. You never know when you're going to have to cook up some chems. Just prepare a hot meal. Stuff to equip already. Feeling a little spoiled, guys.
Codsworth?
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
My God.
My
They did it.
God!
All that fighting. And for what?
Hey, at least Cosworth's still in one piece.
Everything's dead.
Everything's
He's a little
dead.
whacked out. But
Yes, the garden. The posies have
yes,
been
the garden. That was
problematic,
exactly what I
admit.
was talking about.
If only Sir were here to help. Where is he, by the by?
They came into the vault. Maybe you saw them. They had guns and strange outfits.
Only Miss Rosa's boy, running around in his Halloween costume more than a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised.
Some people's children, right?
Not like you, Mum. You're the perfect mother. And Sir is, where is Sir, by the by?
Yeah.
He can't be dead. He can't be. I'm in a dream. I'm in a bad dream.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible
Courtney
things.
Taylor does an
I
excellent
believe
job
you need a
with Nora.
distraction.
There's
Yes,
no question.
A distraction to calm
That
this
probably wasn't
dire mood.
the finest example of
It's
that.
been ages since we've had a
She
proper
does.
family activity. Checkers, Or perhaps charades? Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
Let's see.
God damn it, tell me what's going on. 200 years?
How are we holding
A
that
bit
pistol?
over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps
pretty
I can
late for
whip you
dinner.
up a snack. You
Is
must
it still Taco
have it.
Tuesday?
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear
10
fallout from
years.
vital wood. Nothing.
One more time with feeling, Codsworth.
Don't get
I
me
love it,
started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! The car! How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Well, it's something.
Let it serve as a reminder, Mum.
Ain't it just?
Of happier days. Now, enough feeling sorry
Now
for
you can
myself.
let Codsworth
Shall
run
we
off and
search the
do all this
neighborhood
for you,
together?
even on
Sir
survival.
and young Sean may
Kicks.
turn up yet.
A lot of ass. However,
All right. Lead
I'll
the way.
lead the way.
Proud to
I always
serve,
feel
Mum.
like those should be my kills. Codsworth is a kill-stealing sneak thief. I need to run over here and make sure that I get the kill. Don't know why. Just call me crazy like that. Hey guys.
Yeah!
Ouch. So I'm planning on building a VATS gunslinger of some type here, but probably shouldn't rely on it so much this early in the game. It's not going to serve me well. Give me that purified water. The healthy man's healing potion. Bother. Look at that. Heavy duty aim assist. Codsworth? Buddy? Pal? Oh, bother. Search the neighborhood with Codsworth. What is Codsworth doing over here? I don't think I've ever seen Codsworth run over here. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Hello.
Miss Hughes, your
Yikes.
family isn't here either.
Going on a walkabout, buddy?
They're really gone, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really gone.
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Concord, Mum?
Good
Plenty of
call.
people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
I like these people already.
Oh, good. Maybe you'll get along then, and they can help you find young Sean. I shall remain
I think Codsworth picked up on that bit of sarcasm. He had a nice little sarcastic tone to him. I approve.
Perfect.
Got the whole world. Let's see. Gonna need that sooner rather than later. That'd be nice too. Since our primary focus is Sim Settlements 2, gotta be able to supply those supply lines early on. Pretty sure I can do it later, even without local leader, but I don't know when that unlocks offhand. How far into the story?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! 101 exciting projects from Robco Rob. Let's go. So very quickly, I'm going to run through and just grab anything that I might need before I summon the Jake. And then we'll get on to the meat and potatoes of Maud. May even stop by and say hi to Stella. She's such a scam. You'll see. Codsworth Gillies? I don't remember going this way. That's just unfair. Why would it take so long to pull the trigger twice? Hi, Jinx.
Yes. That's it.
No thanks. I don't have anywhere near the intelligence for that. Nope. Definitely not. Big old special of 1 in my intelligence. I could do a normal, but I don't want to. Excuse me. Codsworth, if you're gonna clean the neighborhood out of all the bugs, just do it, pal. That's a lot of recipes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we really need the run, but for the idiot savant noise. It'd be too perfect. I'm not saying Ron has an intelligence of 1. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying his voice going, the run, would be just perfect for that. Alrighty then. A couple of grenades to grab. You know, some cram, maybe a stim pack. Ooh, and some Radaway. Boy, I never gonna use that. Oof. Bad news on survival. Now I'm a bit strange myself. I like survival mainly because I enjoy having to plan out my travel and my trips. My excursions, if you will, which dungeons I'm going to do, which quests I'm going to pursue. All that stuff just kind of makes the game for me. I don't mind sleeping to, you know, get my save down either. That can bite you in Fallout 4, and this is a big mod pack, so it definitely could bite me here. But I lose interest very rapidly in games where I can do a lot of fast traveling. It just becomes kind of like a corridor, hallway kind of thing for me. And it's just like pick a room off a list. And
I need
just
to
go there,
assign someone to
do
this.
the thing. But
I need to
mileage
assign
varies,
someone to this.
and some people hate that about survival. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of diseases. I find them to be kind of not perfect. I used to use Flashy Joe R, the guy that does the Gun for Hire mod that we saw at the beginning of the stream. His Survival 76. I don't believe that is in this particular mod pack, unfortunately. But some survivalists, you know, they see that type of thing as not necessarily pure either, so. Two more houses? 3 more houses, and we can get this show on the road. Did I already get this one? Look like me. Clearly not. Aha!
Sweet.
I'll take it. Alright, so not exactly great pickings here at the corner house with the fallout shelter in the backyard, but we'll take what we can get. The wild mute fruit. And down into the cellar we go. And look at this. It appears as if we have found ourselves a fun new toy. Most of the stuff is in the base game. This is definitely not. Although I don't suppose this particular character will get a lot of use out of that, being unable to really comprehend the workings of the technology behind it. She'll likely blow herself up. Just as the mod cautions later on. For the record, I'm not saying that can actually happen. Just a little role play here with Penelope Hughes, who used to be a brilliant lawyer, highly charismatic orator, but the trauma she suffered from being flash frozen in that vault did a number on her. She may be able to work herself out of the hole eventually, but for now, I'm not saying she's dumb. She is different. So we'll probably stay with ballistic weapons to kind of feed that fantasy. Oh, give me your flags. Cloth and wood are good. Because copper is always necessary.
Got it. It's getting a little chilly. I think I'll wear my scarf. Hey, wait a second now. Well, what do we have here? It's the man himself, and he's already starting to show up. You love to see it, because sometimes he, well, let's just say, if you get these things out of order a little bit, I have observed personally him going to the wrong direction. Of course, on a big list like this, the other thing is when he walks up to us, he goes, "Hey, you're just the gal I've been looking for." Because if he does, Vault Boy thumbs up. And if he doesn't, not good.
Hey, hello there. If I'm not mistaken, you're the gal I've been looking for.
Oh, yeah? You hear my broadcast?
You, hear my broadcast?
You're sharp. Yeah, I heard your broadcast. Sounded as if you were starting some kind of settlement. Is that about the right of it?
You looking for a new place to settle?
Why don't I
Not
just
me,
answer
no.
every question you ask
But
with another question?
I have something that
Seems
might help
polite.
you with those that are. Here, catch. It's called an ASAM sensor.
Custom
you're gonna be building
animation for the
settlements,
ASAMs.
these things
Very
are what you'll want to
nice.
use.
Very nice indeed. All right.
Okay. Care to elaborate?
I think a demonstration is in order. Place that ASAM down on the ground somewhere. Go ahead. Any old spot will do.
Nothing like quality assurance testing.
Right?
think I found what caused Codsworth to take off towards the other side of the settlement there. One of the bugs made a run for it. Fascinating.
Congratulations! You've made the smart move of choosing Rocco brand ASAM sensors for your city planning needs.
It's only floating a
Unlike
little.
other less reliable
Trying not to think
multi-purpose
about it.
sensors, Rocco brand ASAM sensors offer the level of versatility and connectability that you deserve. Rocco brand ASAM sensors, America's number one
Jump out of my
sensor
skin.
solution. Distributed in partnership with Voltec.
Nicely done. Don't mind the ASAM, it's just scanning the area for materials.
Alright, but my robot is not materials, alright? Let's get that out in the open.
Now for this next part, I'm gonna pretend to be a settler who's come to work for you. So just play along, alright?
Alright.
Boy, I sure am glad I found this settlement to live in. But oh no, there are no homes available. And I don't know how to build one myself. I guess I'll just have to rely on whoever runs this place to build a home for me.
Don't sell yourself short.
Don't sell yourself short.
You're right. If
I figure
only I
since we're
had
all
a little
doing
guidance,
High school
I
drama
could probably
class.
build something
Might as well
myself.
pitch in.
But wait, what is this? Why, it's an ASAM! Just the thing I need!
What do you need it for?
That is a great question. You see, with an ASAM, there's no barrier for entry when it comes to building something. All I'd need to do is follow the step-by-step instructions provided by the ASAM. Here, let me show you. Once you've placed down a sensor, your role in the construction is pretty much done.
Don't walk into a pole there, buddy. I love how he gets himself a little
Just about
sleeping
anyone in
bag,
the settlement
just in
can
case
claim
the
the
job
area and
takes more
start
than
building
one
for
night.
themselves.
Forward thinking, man. And you know he's the kind of person that does some forward thinking too, because he's wearing a neckerchief. Just saying. It's like a scientific fact.
The directions that the ASAM provides are so easy to understand, even a savage could do it with no problem.
Wait, a savage? What kind of people do you have living around here now?
All right, just one more nail, and finished.
A man's home is his castle, and no one understands that better than Robco. Our ASAM sensor technology offers citizens unrivaled freedom of DIY home design. Built using locally sourced materials and designed via our patented dynamic easy-build blueprint software. With Robco brand ASAM sensors, everyone can have a roof over their head. After all, a warm and dry citizen is a productive citizen.
And there you have it. A fully built home. Ready for habitation by some lucky wastelander. And you barely had to lift a finger. Not too shabby, huh? So now that you've seen what they can do, what do you think? Are ASAM sensors something you might be interested in?
What's the catch?
Ah, saw that coming, did you? You're right, there is a catch. Unfortunately, right now I only have the one sensor on me. However, I can provide you with more. And once you have more, I can show you even more stuff you could build with them. Homes are just the start. But first, I'm gonna have to ask for a little task done in return.
All right.
Of course. Just tell me what you need help with.
All right, here it is. I got me a workshop in a town called Concord. Nice enough place, fairly quiet. Or at least it was. But just recently, I returned from a trade run to find the entire town overrun by raiders. And now I can't get near my workshop. A small group I could deal with, but there's too many for me to take on alone. So I'm gonna need someone to help take them out. So there it is. That's the job. You help me get rid of these raiders, I'll give you more ASAMs. and show you how to build even more stuff with them.
When I woke up this morning, I was a suburban housewife and a gifted lawyer. Tonight,
Don't worry. I'll help you deal with these
I'm a
raiders.
pistol
You
packing
will?
mama.
Oh, that's great. Okay then, let's head to Concord and show those raiders who's boss. Lead on.
See, the way I figure it is Penelope already figures she's living in a dream. Like, none of this can be real. This is ridiculous, right? There's a part of her, of course, that knows the lead up to the Great War was very real, and that she experienced it at least as much as anybody else in her immediate vicinity experienced it. But that head injury and the residual effects of the cryogenic freezing has left her a little dull. So let's go grab ourselves a dog and take on a whole bunch of raiders. And we'll put that one into Gunslinger.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You lose your owner, buddy?
Not for long. Good boys automatically
then.
get to come with me.
Let's stick together.
There's not even an application process. And that little sound that we just heard, that bell chime, that was 2 points towards Gun for
Nice.
Hire's roughly 25 points I need at minimum before I can get any missions from that mod, at least in a reliable way. So every workshop you take, a couple of events in the game like killing the Deathclaw, they all add up and give you points if you choose to do it with reputation at the start of the game. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little system because, like, who cares if you have an office and a secretary? If nobody's ever heard of you before, why would they hire you to handle their business? You know what I mean? You sit.
We showed them.
Yeah, we did. We totally showed them. Those guys got showed, man. Now we will totally show the rest of this scrap back over to here. Cook. No sense carrying around meat we can't chew on. We're not going to waste our squash. Blood fly, of course. Float fly. More rat chunks. And nut chunk. Perfecto. Gimme.
Bingo.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of out of place encounters. You'll have to show me how to do that, Bats. I have no idea. I even looked because you had mentioned that the other day with somebody else. I hope the rest of you stream was mighty. Where'd he go? Yeah, I'll have to get you to show me or tell me how to operate that particular feature because I did not see it as a choice when I went into my YouTube settings. It's entirely possible that I just overlooked it somehow.
Learn it, know it, live it.
Well, hello.
Hey there, can you help me?
Maybe?
What seems to be the problem?
It's my friend Murphy.
Awesome.
He went
Glad
to
you
the
had a good
Finland
time.
store, but it's been a
Now
while.
you can go back and talk
and
to
I'm
the
starting to
overseer and she
worry.
can tell you how disappointed
Can
she
you
is that
check on
you used
him
a
for
nuke
me?
on the Scorch Beast Queen.
Okay, I'll try to help.
Really? Thank you. It's the big yellow building down the street. Can you bring Murphy back safely for me, please?
I mean, I can try, but I promised this other guy I'd help him out with some raiders first, so I'll get to it, okay? Hopefully Murphy can take care of himself for a little while. Okay, so my only real complaint with Storywealth in the time that I've tested it to see how it was going to work out with this particular run is that help box there pops up, and not only, oh my god, not only does it kind of block out a huge section of the screen, but it also darkens my screen for some reason, almost like you know, it's an EMB type effect and it's not installed correctly, or and I don't like that. Which one, Daniel? And hello. Sim Settlements or Depravity?
You killed him!
Oh, no.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
I don't know who
Sounds
that
like
was
that
going
guy
down
needs some
was, but
help.
it sounds like they could use some help in there. We still need to clear out all the raiders. And by the sounds of it, there's still some inside that
Ooh.
museum.
Look at that hat. One perception
stay out
and
here
one
and keep
charisma.
You should head
Get
inside and
out
help
of
those
town
people.
by sundown. Oh, it's almost like an Eleonora hat. With the goggles on the Minuteman hat. That's awesome. Alright, so you want me to go in there myself and handle all of this while you stand outside and, what, hold down the street? Awesome. Thank you, Jake. Depravity is an awesome mod, Daniel. I agree. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to follow the instructions on the tin this time around. Exoclips, who did a Storywealth, recommends that you stop, talk to the little girl, pick up the quest to look on Murphy and rescue him if necessary. And then do this part, which I guess kind of makes sense, because otherwise you're like, Preston who? What are you talking about? Hi. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Over here!
Take that. There was probably some leather armor pieces on some of the raiders outside too, but in for a penny, in for a pound. Yeah, I just watched you do a run of the Thuggyverse. That was awesome. Oh, come on. Did you? I can't remember. You know, because I'm hopping around and doing things and whatever, but did you take Liberty Prime and go do the revenge quest with Preston and Quincy? Which guy's a secret chem dealer? Preston? Because I don't think there's any secret about the Murphy and his gang there in Fallon's.
What the hell was that?
I think it's kind of a given. Oh, there's 3 there. F-O-R-C-E.
Got it.
Oh, Sim Settlements? Jake? Is Jake a drug dealer? Never gotten to the end of chapter 3.
Nice.
Now, I watched Mini a True Nerd do it, and I've watched King Gath do it a couple times. I remember old King Gath back when he made Conqueror.
Fucking hide from me.
Time's up.
So far, everything has gone to plan. Shouldn't have said that, huh? In so much trouble. Would you get this stupid
I'm telling you, man. Let's just get the
new
hell
window out of
here.
my way,
We got no
please?
reason to hang around and get shot.
Holy
Stop
cow.
being such a fucking
guys.
pansy. We hold out for the others like we're supposed to.
What are you, deaf? Somebody's out there shooting
Hey.
the place up. I ain't sitting
Oh.
around waiting to die.
Really? Completely missed both of them with that grenade? Weak. Weak. Oh! Okay, fine. Be that way. Yeah. I mean, I could use a stim pack for it, but boy, I don't like that. Wish I had a doctor's bag.
You're still alive? Christ. I can't
Now you can't see. See? How do you like it?
just die.
Fine. No, not my first time playing. I've been playing Sim Settlements for quite a while, but I took a big break from playing modded Fallout 4. Did some other stuff. Tried to play an MMO with a bunch of friends. But you can't go home again. So no, I came back to it. But I have never finished Chapter 3. Now, Depravity and all that, I played that stuff, 5-6 years ago as it was being made, and loved every minute of it. So,
Oh,
never played the new Enclave. I'm gonna do that. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Fourville I've never played. But my main focus is actually to finish Sim Settlements 2. Because I've been a supporter of them for a long time, and I have never finished it. Although back in the day I played like a ton of Conqueror, a ton of the original Sim Settlements, and I have gotten to Chapter 2 in Sim Settlements 2. One thing always comes up here and there. It is what it is. This time I plan on finishing it. Hello, Preston.
Excellent.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Minutemen? So now I'm traveling backward in time.
Protect the people at a minute's notice. That was the idea. So I joined up, wanted to make a difference. And I did, but god damn it, things fell apart. Now it looks like I'm the last Minuteman left
trying to hack that novice terminal, man. God damn it.
Please, go on.
A month ago, there were 20 of us.
Password?
Yesterday, there were 8.
No, that's not it.
Now we're 5.
Password with the...
First it was the ghouls in
zero
Lexington, and now
instead of
this
an O?
mess.
Sorry. Sounds really rough.
Thanks. It's good to meet someone who really cares. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Sturgis
we
kills
figured
me.
Concord
I
would be a
can't help
safe
it.
place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. God damn it. But, well, we do have one idea.
Better be
a good one.
Sturgis, tell her.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school.
We give
Pre-war.
this guy
You might have
the
seen it.
plan?
Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
That's some serious
That's some
protection.
serious protection.
Oh, it gets better. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
I dig. But riddle me this, Batman. Why are you, the Tinkerer, a utility build in this group of 5, not spec to hack level 1 terminals? It's just wild.
Huh. Could work.
It'll work, provided
Came
we
here
can
with that full
reactivate
suit
the
of
suit.
X01? Yeah.
It's totally out of juice.
And a minigun.
Probably has been for
He's
100
all,
years.
"I had a
It
plan."
can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
But you're stepping all over it with your crazy spaceship power armor.
I'll help if I can.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, a standardized fusion core, your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
See, that
But we
wasn't
can't
even a
get
little
to the
bit
damn
condescending, was it?
It's down in the basement. Locked
Maybe I
behind
just
a
missed it.
security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
My dude, I just cracked some security downstairs and grabbed it already, and I have a 1 intelligence. I'm not really sure.
Actually,
what
I
your
already
deal
grabbed the
is.
fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders
It's
will know
like
they
the
picked
opposite
the
of
wrong
plot
fight.
armor. He's got plot problems.
Good luck.
I'm just useless when it comes to terminals. What can I
Ma'am.
say? Watch me hammer the shit out of this wall, though, in this house in Sanctuary. Nobody does it better.
He's a good dog. Smart, too.
Oh, indeed. Dog mate's good at finding folks who need him, and he'll stick by you now. I saw it.
Visions.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I know what you're thinking. This old lady, she's out of her mind. But it's the chems. They give old Mama Murphy the sight.
I'm listening.
I can see a bit of what was and what will be. And even what is right now. And
I love it.
right
She can
now,
remember the past,
I can see
predict the
there's
future,
something coming.
and take a look over yonder and see
Drawn
what's going
by
on.
the noise and the chaos.
Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate you, man. I mean, I've already got a
And
Preston, but might as well add a Daniel to the mix. I'm all for it.
Is angry.
What is it? Mama Murphy, I need more. Please.
Hey,
See.
little skill up there for you.
I see. Oh. It's horrible, kid. Claws and
Everybody go to the same
teeth
high
and
school?
horns. The
Midsummer
very
Nights just
face
didn't turn out the way you wanted
of
it to, and you can't let
death
it go, huh?
itself.
God damn it.
That's all I can manage. That's all. I need to rest
Okay, so
now.
digressing a little bit.
You
She lives in the
have a
wasteland. She's
job to
105 years old minimum. She's been in the wasteland her entire life, and they just walked from Quincy to here. And you're telling me that she had a vision of that, but she couldn't just go, I see a
just stay
death
trapped.
claw.
Excellent.
Them here? This is
Drama
ridiculous.
queen.
Somebody do something.
Yeah. I promised we'd get there. I promised. I promised we'd get there. I couldn't keep my promise. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Poor June.
I'm so
I'm gonna make him mayor of the drive-in with blackjack and hookers. Send Marcy to Tin Pines. Make her a potato farmer. Look, I know they've been traumatized, but come on. So have I.
Excellent.
Arr. Okay, so Exoclips didn't put in a mod to make this less than a full suit of armor. So far, so good. Oh my god, stop with the dimming my whole screen just to tell me things I already know, please. It's rude. It's uncalled for. I don't want it.
I think I got something.
Are you still standing in the same spot? Alright, buddy. Whatever works for you, man. I would have ducked behind that air conditioning unit personally, but yeah, what do I know? Just a girl in a suit of power armor.
We got incoming.
Come on, follow me, Jake. Don't stand over there with them. That's just ridiculous. No work, no food. If only. My God, Marcy's the worst. You better keep your mouth shut about this place. Now go ahead, start shooting at the big monster. I appreciate your sacrifice. Oh no, no, not dog meat.
Hostiles.
Damn it, dog meat. So, the other downside to survival for anyone who's never played it, if your pet or your friend goes down, and you don't heal them right away, you'll be picking them up at their last known settlement location.
What in tarnation is it now?
Are you for real? You need power armor with a minigun. And you're attacking a dog? Crazy.
Hi.
Woo!
was? I mean, you just took down a death claw. Color me impressed. All the sound from our
Sorry,
firefight
that
must
is
have
a
lured
little
the blast
dark.
thing
I should
out.
have turned the light on.
And where'd you get that power armor from? You know what? Never mind. What about them folks, the raiders trapped inside the museum? Did you manage to help them?
Yeah, no. Everything's taken care of.
Everything's taken care of.
Well, all right. Nice to see a happy ending. You did good. You know that, right?
Yeah. Just doing the job I agreed to do.
All right. You held up your
Of course,
side
what
of the
Jake
bargain.
doesn't know is I'm going to
Raiders
leave
have
their
been dealt
asses
with.
in the museum for right now.
Now it's my turn
get
to
'em later.
deliver. If you'd just like to follow me, we'll get you your
I love-
ASAMs.
They're so helpless that if you do this and then you don't go back into the museum, they live there for the rest of the game, just standing in the corner. Take it easy, mama. Nobody thinks to peek out, take a look. Nobody says, hey, maybe we should book it to Rhode Island. Nothing. They just stay right in there. But because I chose Sanctuary as my Sim Settlements 2 default base location, I guess, probably best that I leave them in there for now until I get that whole starting quest juiced up and running correctly.
Welcome to my workshop. Or at least what's left the raiders didn't smash.
I mean,
Nice place you got here.
Despite the mess they made, it doesn't look like they took anything important. Most of my equipment is still here, including your reward. Here.
what does
One
the
whole
seller
box
say?
of ASAMs to do with
You
as
work,
you see
you
fit.
eat. It's that
You
simple.
earned them. And here's a
Thanks.
little extra for helping those folks inside the museum. Good deeds like that deserve to be rewarded.
I totally appreciate that
That's
box
not
of
all.
ASAM sensors.
If you remember,
Thank you
I
so
also
much.
promised to show you more things you could build with ASAM sensors. I'll meet you back at your settlement. Don't keep me waiting long now.
I would never. Don't look at me that way. I'm just, you know. It's usually ladies first, but in this case, neckerchiefs first. No. Just gonna go ahead and help myself to these, because, you know, Jake would want to help more. He just felt embarrassed because he really only promised me one box. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. Good. Alright, and then those guys, they're gonna stay put for now. Take that leather left arm. Take that asbestos. Hello, Mr. Deathball. Blank holotape. Interesting. I wonder if there's a game mechanic tied to a mod in this gigantumongous pack. Ah, Gristle. It's almost like I barely knew ya. Oh well. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Okay. I suppose we should probably put down. Oh, that's right. I was going to rescue your friend. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll be right back. I feel like an episode of the Brady Bunch where I have like a date with two people at the prom and I'm running back and forth. Oh yeah, you get them over and show me the rest of the ways to use ASAMs. Meanwhile, little girl's pacing outside a dark and deserted street filled with raiders and other dangers. It's fine. Everything's gonna be A-okay. You know what just occurred to me? This isn't my own mod list. didn't generate the Calientes files for the custom body shapes, I'll bet you anything I'm gonna have to be a little careful about what shows up on my screen when I go through depravity. Oh, good times, good times. Sure you want to like take a nap or something before we do this? In fact, I am absolutely sure that I'm going to just sleep. Jake will wait. He's a very understanding man. Sleep till noon like a real rock star. Okay, we don't need the light anymore. Oh, Jake.
Hey there.
All right, time to show you what else ASAMs can do. Now, generally speaking, people need a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and a place to be working. We already built a place someone could live. So if you're ready, let's move on to those other two things.
Vault 81. You talking about Tina? Is Tina R-worded?
Okay. Show me.
All right. Place down a sensor again. But this time, we'll use one configured for food production.
Oh, yeah. I know the Thuggiverse has some Tina content. That's why I asked. Please don't clump up next to the house. Playing with those.
Go
default.
ahead. Just put it down wherever you like.
Thanks, Jake. I'm getting right on that.
Go ahead. Just put it down wherever you like.
Yeah, that's Tina. Okay. Tina DeLuca? And her brother Bobby, who's a junkie.
Yes! Gone are the days of citizens complaining over those ever-increasing
Well, that was
grocery
quick.
store prices. Thanks to Rutger brand ASAM sensors. Never has it been easier for citizens to grow their own mouth-watering
That's
produce.
an excellent question,
It's
Daniel.
so simple, even the
I didn't go
vibrant
through
kids will want to get their
the,
hands dirty. For the finest in homegrown food,
collection
look to
line by line,
Rutger brand
but
ASAM sensors.
when I was doing some testing, I noticed there wasn't a lot of settlement, plans from like the various contests and stuff. So it looks like there's
And there we have it.
all the basic
A fine
sim
plot of
settlement
land
stuff,
ready
but
for
not,
cultivation. This from the guy who once
all of
underwatered a
the
cactus.
dozens, if not hundreds, of choices that you could have if you did like a dedicated Sim Settlements 2 playthrough. And
I
you
like it.
installed all
Glad to
that
hear.
in there.
All right,
I think
we've built a
WRK
home,
is
a
in
farm.
here. I think I
Next
saw that in
thing
the
is a
menu
place to
just
work.
now.
You know, somewhere folks can perform a little industry.
And
Gather
I'd have
scrap
to put
or
down
do a bit of
this,
scavenging.
but I think
that
I can
kind of
also
thing.
use place anywhere. And
Go
all that
ahead.
stuff too.
Put down an ASAM that's programmed for that.
Okay, I will put down an ASAM for that. Oh, nice. I can get rid of a lot of vegetation that is normally hard-coded to not be disposable in this way. It can be good or bad, but always fun. Okay. Enough doinking around. There we go. Well, right now I have 2 points I can actually feed into stuff. So I start out, I hit Idiot Savant, and I hit Pistol. I'm probably going to definitely Locksmith, and most likely Sneak. We'll see. Definitely gonna take Lone Wanderer.
Okay,
But I'll
time
probably
for some
even do
industrial
awareness.
action. I'm on it.
Yeah, the character's only level 5, Daniel, so doesn't really have any.
Looks like the sensors
terrific
pre-selected a
perks at this
storage
point.
unit to build.
But eventually we'll be able to shoot through
That'll be
walls
useful.
and do all the gunslinger stuff with the high perception and relatively high agility and so concentrated fire.
Now, any old fool can gather a pile of junk. But if you want settlements to grow, you need folks to gather useful building materials. And a storage
Get
unit
that
will
railroad
encourage
weave
people to do that.
and
Wood, steel, maybe even a little
Lone
asbestos to
Wanderer.
help keep warm.
She should be pretty
And
tanky.
don't be surprised if in time people start gathering even
I
more.
really want to
useful
play a
stuff.
sneak pistol, but I might. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how difficult this pack is going to be as you level up
Last screw now.
compared to vanilla
Tidy,
survival.
tidy. And
I don't imagine it's going
we're
to be
done.
terribly punishing. It's generally a collection made for general audiences, I think, so. But we shall see. Jake, what you wrenching on? That's the air, bro.
Times are tough. There's no bones about it. Even you.
Damn, there is no script lag at all, though. It's good.
But
It's
you
just
can
jumping
rely on
right into the
Robco to provide fulfilling
Robco
employment
narrator.
alternatives.
Sometimes there's this
With just
long
one
pause.
handy-dandy Robco brand ASAM sensor, citizens need never fear unemployment again. Able to legally gather
Esther
and
Clips
store
knows his
useful
stuff.
materials, your citizens will
Does a
wonder
pretty good
how they
job, I
ever
think.
did without a Robco industrial unit. Just one more
Plus
in the
he
long line of technological
explicitly
marvels
makes
brought
some
to you by
modules that
Robco brand ASAM sensors.
my 50-year-old ass can use a controller with.
well, there we are. All basic necessities covered.
Because the
Although
mouse and
folks
keyboard
won't be
thing
happy
is
with the bare essentials
not as
forever.
fun as it used to be.
Eventually, they will want more.
Hurts
Now, it's
after a
up to
couple
you
hours.
what type of ASAMs you put down, but do try and keep in mind what folks in your settlements will be needing.
Excuse me. Hello.
Oh,
Don't shoot
Paul.
now. I don't mean no harm.
Love
I
this
hope
guy.
you don't mind the intrusion. I couldn't help but notice all the commotion. What are you two youngins up to here? That is, if you don't mind me asking. Fixing up these buildings, are you?
Yeah, patched it
Yep.
all up with
All patched up with duct tape and bubble gum.
Actually, we just finished building these. Foundations, walls, everything.
Is that so? Built them by yourself, did you? Well, you two looking to settle down here, or...?
This settlement belongs to my friend here, not me. I was just demonstrating some construction techniques using this ASAM sensor.
Construction techniques? Using that gadget there? Are you telling me you made all...
Hmm.
Ooh. Oh, I must have accidentally touched the controller.
That's right. We're rebuilding.
You say that as if building stuff is easy.
Hey, here's a suggestion. Why not offer the old-timer residents here? Let them experience the benefits of sensors
Hold on a
firsthand.
second.
That is, if you'd
I
be
already
interested in
did
staying
something
here.
for you. You don't get to tell me how
I'll
to use
admit,
this shit.
seeing you two build with those doodads did pique my curiosity. And it might be nice to settle down somewhere for a while. It is getting dangerous out there, especially for a scav past his prime. But, would an old man like me really be welcome here?
I'd welcome the help.
I'd welcome the help.
Okay then, you got yourself a deal. Old Paul is at your service. Now, if you'd excuse me a second, I want to check out this here...
In your
sensor
current save?
doohickey.
How
Daniel,
about
is that what you're talking about?
Your
Ex-Enclave,
ASAMs
now
have
Railroad?
already attracted their first resident. With that, I'd say our exchange of
Okay, I
services
can
is
see it.
complete.
There's a
Enjoy your
story in there.
ASAMs.
I can
I'm sure
appreciate
you'll
it.
put them to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Disillusioned, or
I gotta get back to the hardware store.
just working
A
with
lot of
what your
important
skill
work to
set
begin
lets
on
you do?
with.
What kind of work?
I've got some family
Hey,
matters I
hey.
need to take care of.
Yeah.
I'm sure you understand.
It was good working with you.
Yeah, you too. I should get going. Oh, and good luck with your settlement.
Hey, where's that ASAM fella going? I wanted to ask him a few questions.
Well, if something's wrong, maybe I can help.
Maybe
So I was
you
watching
could.
King Gath the other night, and I heard a
You're
rumor
the
that
head honcho
it
around
is
this place, right?
technically possible
Well, I've got a request
to
to make.
finish Sim Settlements
You
Chapter
see,
3
I noticed that there's a whole
with
bunch of new
all
people
4
around here, so I'm thinking
major
it might be
factions in the
best to put down
Commonwealth
a few more of these
united
here
under your
sensor
banner.
thingamabobs.
Not
You know, to make sure
explicitly
everybody's got a
tied in
home,
with
a place to
Project
work,
Valkyrie,
and not to
but
mention enough food.
allows for that ending to work. So that's what I'm shooting for here. I'm shooting for the wrap it all up in a pretty bow Project Valkyrie style. I run everything ending.
That's a good idea.
Well, I've been known to have a decent idea now and again. These ASAM things seem very impressive, but we can only make use of them if you place them down for us.
Wait a second, what happened to my pistol? Weird. Okay. And it is currently... I have to tell him the time will be almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, we can go ahead and set up a few more houses. Let's do it. See if we can't get a few other friends to join us here. That way when we go off and do depravity, they can start arguing over whether you can build a store with a farm plot. You know, you'd think that the weed thing would be just a given that Codsworth is here.
The Enclave left you when you were fighting in Deathclaw. Man, that's cold. It's not the kind of unit I want to be a part of, that's for sure. Bastards. And the railroad rescued you? Yep, dusted you off, gave you a home. Something to believe in. I love the railroad. Their story is half-baked, but there are mods that work around some of that, just like anything else. I mean, I guess it's mostly true that I just don't like having to kill Deacon. Done it. Never liked it, though. Deacon's my ace. Why, hello there.
Hey. Are you the one who put out the radio message? Is this your settlement? It's very nice. We had to leave our home. Everyone was getting sick. So, if you're looking for people and it's no trouble, well, we'd like to live here.
What was that about people getting sick?
Don't worry, none of us are sick. That's why we left, so we wouldn't catch it. I don't know what caused the illness. Maybe bad water. Now we just want somewhere new to live. Maybe here, if you'll have us?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry, we're willing to work.
Now that's some enthusiasm.
Just let us know where you want us.
Ugh. God, you guys are plague carriers and you want to live at my settlement?
Hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity.
Sure.
So let me know if you have anything you need me to do.
Did you need anything?
Well, to be honest, we're a bit short of food. Anything you could do would be appreciated.
Don't worry, Sim Settlements 2 will take care of that for you. Speaking of which, we should go into the settings and make sure that
Wish I had some clean water to drink for once.
yeah. Have you tried boiling water? Settlers, am I right? Just helpless. There, clean water. You happy? Yeah, that's pretty cold, man. I wouldn't expect the Enclave to, well, no, actually, I take that back. The Enclave would totally leave one of their own to die and, hook it for the hills. They're super pragmatic, let's put it that way. I guess we can equip all of this to, you know, before we forget. carry this much crap around with me. Now that I can cook my own food, I don't need to. Let's do this. Let's run over and get Carla to be a frequent flyer at the old homestead. And who knows? Maybe we'll talk Wolfgang down. Okay. Fair enough. Well, there you go. You got what was coming to him, right? No, it's a good backstory. I like it. Must have, gotten to your character's brain the way he was just abandoned like that. Because I think that the Railroad are probably the most idealistic faction in the game. You can make an argument that the Minutemen are equally idealistic in a different way, but I admire their idealism. I wish that it was fleshed out a little differently. Like, I don't understand at all the vanilla canon ending of rescuing as many scents as you can and then destroying the place where scents are actually manufactured. But it's possible that I could be misreading, like, their actual feelings for scents as less of a species that needs to be preserved and more unfortunate victims or slaves of the Institute that need to be rescued, and the Institute, of course, needs to be stopped. Both of those, I guess, can be a way of looking at that story. To me, it's like, why would I destroy the place where all the scents come from? Shouldn't we make sure that we have those facilities under our control? My kid just named me the director. It's weird how that doesn't come into play, but again, if their whole thing is more about the moral aspect of creating life and then enslaving it, I can see how they could argue
to Diamond City.
it's better to destroy it so that that can't go on.
Just looking for love, sweetheart. Girl, have you come to the wrong place?
Come on.
My loving days.
You can't go
have
talk to
long
Carla
since
without
passed.
hitting her with the
I'll tell you
just
what,
looking for
beautiful.
love, sweetheart.
You made an old girl
makes no
smile,
sense.
and that ain't easy. You want to do some trading? I'll give you a discount.
Yeah, take a look.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
It's pretty obvious that you would like if I took my shirt off, Carla. Let's not beat around the bush here. Okay, Blanco. Yeah, all that crap. It's all extremely bad. Don't want anything to do with it. And shine. Ooh, that'd make me extra stupid for some big XP. Can it go into the minimum with Idiot Savant? Yeah, like I said, I can see the argument. You know what I mean? It makes sense that that would be their perspective, given how quickly they jump to, we need to take the Institute out now. But that's one of the reasons why I like Project Valkyrie and the whole Thuggieverse thing, because they actually give my argument, I guess, or their argument that I borrowed from them, perhaps, I don't know, that it's like the Institute's the only place with working coffee machines, man. Why would we want to destroy that? Get rid of the leadership? Abso-freaking-lutely. But destroy it? Make a whole hell of a lot of sense.
spot. Just as I predicted. It's almost always some doggies. I unequip them. All of that, and they're still not cooked. Thought I was being super efficient. Oh well.
We had a deal, Trudy.
Yeah, we did.
Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Now don't make me come in there and shoot up that little trading post of yours. Whoa, whoa, easy there, Vault Girl. This doesn't involve you.
They do have an awesome safe house. Have you ever played with the Eleonora mod for their safe house? I mean, it's not really fair, because it's like, why is my character getting this awesome room and everybody else is like sleeping on the floor on dirty mattresses? I mean, other than I'm doing all the work. Deacon does a bunch of work, though. He should get a nice spot.
You stop waving that gun in my face, or it's gonna involve me.
Okay, okay, just take it easy. We'll lower our weapons, all right? Just don't do anything crazy.
What's going on here?
That's a simple business dispute, got it? Trudy's sitting on a pile of goods that she owes me. I tried reasoning with her. But it looks like I gotta take what's mine by force. Want to make
It's like
some easy
somebody
money?
took something from you by force, just
Help
like
me out.
yesterday.
I could use another
Black eye.
gun. Or maybe you
Bridge of
think
the
you can
nose
talk
broke.
some sense into her.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
Appreciate it. If things go sideways, we'll back you up.
Alright, Trudy, here's your chance.
Hey!
I saw you in that poison cellar talking. Well, he ain't getting his money. Period.
Yay!
Look, you owe them money. If you just pay them, then this will be over. Everyone walks away without getting hurt.
All right, I'll pay. But that
Good.
bastard ain't
I
gonna
get to
sell
keep
one
both
more drop of
vendors.
jet to my boy. You hear that, Wolfgang? You'll get your damn money, but I better not catch you selling chems to my boy again.
Fine by me, Trudy. Your son's broke as shit anyhow.
All right, crisis is over. If you're here to trade, step up to the counter.
That's right.
Excuse me!
We're open for business again. A little lighter
Her
in the pocket,
voice.
thanks to you.
Oh my god,
How about you buy
forgot
something and make it up to
the
us?
Nora character's voice when she's drunk and hailing people. That's great.
I'll take a look. Sure.
It's all worth every cap I'm
Excuse
charging.
me. Okay. I mean, that's way too many of those. Way too many of those. And holy cow, that's a whole crap load of those that I'll never get to use in a million years. That's crazy. Same here. Yeah. I don't really need any of these. I could use 45s eventually. Probably won't use any of those, but we'll save those for now. And we'll pick up some more of those. And, yeah. Let's see what else. Give me all your stuff. It's not too much. I don't want to be completely unable to walk back to my settlement. That would be short-sighted, to say the least. $407? No, no, no. It's too much. Trudy, what are you thinking? No, copper's good. Take those ASAM sensors.
Silence pistol. Give me all those. I'll take it.
Hello.
We get paid and I don't even gotta shoot.
Hello.
Good job. Here. Now how about I show you all the pick-me-ups I have to offer?
How about you do?
What kind of chems do you sell, anyway?
But whatever I can get a hold of. Jet's popular. Gives you a rush when you need it.
Just have a
When you need to hurt
taste.
somebody.
Best way to get to know
Stim
the
packs
product.
are like gold, of course. Everyone's bound to get hurt and need fixing sometime. And I always try to carry Rat away for obvious reasons. Just pick something up. Have a taste. Best way to get to know the product.
I'll take a look, sure.
Now remember, moderation.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay. So here's how this is going to work, actually. What's actually going to happen, buddy, is I'm going to sell you drugs. And you're going to sell them for me. How does that sound? Got some stickers, too, because you've been a good boy. Boy, it's getting a little stormy out here. The selling chest mod? Are you talking about the one from Outcast and Remnants? The one that's over in the Raider bar? Or the standalone version of something like that? Because I think that's probably in here. Unless Exoclips modded it out when he put it all together. It is handy dandy for sure. Although, you know, I do like to have a supply chain going. Might be the end of the world, but I still got to make a little money, you know. I stream for fun, but I manufacture jet for profit. Yeah, I'm not sure that that's in here. I can check the menu when I get back over to the cafe here, but I don't think that's in here. I do like the animated eating and drinking, though. It's fun. So I started playing, you know, pretty much when the game came out, 2015. Took a big break because of work and family stuff and everything else. But when I came back, I had like a mod list that I cooked up over the course of 2 or 3 years that I'd always come back to whenever I wasn't playing something else. And I think I had at one point 300 or so mods all patched to work really well. You know, the old sim settlements and all that kind of stuff. And then as the years progressed, you know, changed things out for new things. But when the next generation new game version came out in April, and it broke all the mods, I was like, you know what? I'll play 76 and maybe run through 3 in New Vegas again. You know, I'm gonna deal with this shit. They'll sort this out in a month or so. And in November, I came back to do this. And they still hadn't sorted it out. And you know how that goes. One thing leads to another. I Hi, Carla. Good to see you. Finally getting around to playing. My main reason for playing is to get used to my new choppers. I have a partial in here. I had to have 4 teeth taken out about 20 years ago. I was in a motorcycle accident. They were clean, you know, but they were just constantly cavities and this and that. They were kind of, one was loose. And I told myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stream and get used to talking with this in. Otherwise, I'm never going to get used to it. So that is the reason why I'm doing this. That and my just unabashed love and admiration for the modding scene in Bethesda games, particularly the Fallout 4 modding scene, the Quest mod makers like Flashy Joar and King Gath and the entire team, and Dougie and all of his friends from Depravity, and you know, there's personalities involved in these types of things, but I don't pay any attention to that shit. I couldn't care less. So I just like to play awesome mods from DIY creators who treat this game like a giant box of Legos. Kind of trips my trigger in a way that MMOs and stuff did back when my kids were first born, but no longer do. I like to mod. Right, so I had a hammer. We still short on? It looks like we are. Oh, I think I know why. Because we got the 3 new settlers. Okay. It's been a minute since I got this far. Let's fix that, shall we? The question is that enough, or do I need one more of each? Most enemies in the game are men, so when playing Nora, it never hurts to take a little Black Widow. Extra 5, 10, 15% damage across the board, any weapon, any time, any situation. Bad thing. Still need more residences. Close enough to good. Still not enough? Apparently not. That should be enough. Project Zeta. A mod or Talking about Fallout 3. What's that called? Is that Project Zeta? Drawing a blank. I've played 2, 3, 76, 4, way too much. 3, obviously. New Vegas. I have never finished 1. I was actually talking to Bats Vixen last night. Tossed out the idea that maybe I'll actually stream them off from the beginning. Especially if I can't seem to get Fallout 4 working. It's almost been like a message from Andy Warhol's telephone, you know? As far as how much natural problems I've had with getting this thing up and running. And it may just be that I need to go in and like really take everything out and just kind of reinstall. Probably a good time to reinstall Windows. Clean out my hidden files and all the crap that builds up over time. But I have added nothing on this, and I intend not to add anything
Stop
to this.
that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
It's only
That's
because
no reason to go beating the lip.
see how stable it is before I start
Do
messing
what
with
I
it.
want.
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But
Excuse
That's
me,
no
miss.
reason to go
hello
beating
again.
the living daylights out of it. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Maybe you can talk some sense into the young lady.
I mean, I could try.
I could have a chat with her.
It's this sensor thing. I want to build a store, you know, somewhere I could sell stuff, but it won't work.
A store? I don't think the sensors can build those. Can they?
Who knows?
You're
You know
talking
who would
to a
know?
person with
That
a 1
ASAM fella.
intelligence.
Maybe you should go find him. Ask him what else these sensor flibbity gibbets can do.
Flibbity gibbet. Is that a technical term, sir?
No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
That's all we ask. In the meantime, I'll get the new arrivals settled. And hopefully prevent more property damage.
Good luck.
And hopefully prevent more property damage. Alright. This is gonna seem crazy. If I was playing vanilla survival, honestly, this wouldn't be my first pick. But look at that. At Tier 2, 5% increase to hit and damage dealt to VATS targets in a VATS pistol build. What really matters here is not that. Not knowing the weaknesses of my enemies. I know them all by heart. What matters is King Gath and the Sim Settlements community of mod authors who work together to create this awesome mod have built in lots of dialogue checks for a bunch of different perks, and one of them is coming up soon and plays on awareness. It's a great line. Can't resist, especially with I can get some synergy with that later on with the pistol builds. It'll be fine. It'll all work out wonderfully. Alright, listen. You.
Hey.
Actually, come here.
Over here.
No, don't puff and puff at me, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
I need you
Stay
to
safe,
actually
buddy.
go home for a minute. Go hang out with Mama Murphy. Keep her from doing too many drugs. Oh, Project Mojave. Yeah. Great mod. I wish there were more to it. I understand why there's not. But so awesome to run around over there in New Vegas, but in the 4 engine. Daniel, let me ask you a question. You seem like a man of culture and reason. Have you observed that saves are a lot more stable these days than they were, say, in 2018 or so when modding Fallout 4? Because none of the problems that I've had have been related to, like, crashes from saves acting up because of mods. They've all been kind of basic script stuff, or not necessarily related to one mod or another. But I've noticed that, like, in Fallout 4, it seems that saves are a lot more stable now than they used to be, especially if you, like, load up a save from 4 years ago, throw it on a mod list to test something out or whatever, and, you know, you're missing a handful of mods, which used to be just damn near impossible, really. One of my favorite things about Dougie Smurf and his mods, and if I remember right, he didn't do all of these himself. He kind of outsourced a lot of this work to other community volunteers and stuff who wanted to write terminal entries. But there's a lot of detail in his terminals, and they're all, like, you know, really kind of well thought out. There's one that, like, literally describes the half-life of nuclear bombs in the Fallout universe, in this particular mod here, in the beginning. Sales down 81% due to press coverage of the incidents. Oh yes, the incidents. Having spent decades in corporate America, I particularly appreciate the line. Despite rumors that we haven't hit our sales goals, I'm pleased to announce that we're still going to be holding our annual margarita party. Good stuff. Yeah, you've noticed that too? I first noticed it in Starfield when I gave that a try. It was like I could swap mods in and out. Didn't seem to make a damn bit of difference most of the time. But it seems that some of that was backported with the new version of the game that came out in April, along with some other problems, obviously. But we seem to have gotten more stability when it comes to mods. Obviously, there are going to be some things you don't want to, you know, load a save up with a bunch of, you know, items and armor and quest mods and stuff that you've completed that suddenly aren't in a new save. That's going to cause you problems. But, like, little stuff like city plans or you know, various outfit mods that you haven't yet purchased or you're not wearing. Although I've even seen those work pretty well. Like, I'll load in and my character will be naked because I don't have whatever save from 2018 that I had before, and it still seems to run okay. Now, would it run all the way to the end of a playthrough? I'm not sure I'd trust that, but it does seem a lot more stable. So you think that she got fired because she made bring the kids to work day Saturday instead of Friday? Or do you think she was actually crazy? Because they definitely fired her right after she made that announcement.
Everybody, got some news.
Which is pretty funny considering it saved all of their lives.
Followed
but,
by
you know.
flashes, blinding flashes.
What's going on?
Sounds of explosions.
How'd I miss that? Yeah.
Right, another day.
Seem to have lost contact with our
See,
affiliate
that was Murphy
stations.
talking.
That is bad.
We do have coming in.
There's a whole
That's,
terminal entry that's basically a
confirmed
retelling of a
reports-
Sublime
repeat,
song.
Confirmed reports of nuclear detonations.
Dropping the window and stealing the PA.
Pennsylvania.
Turning the liquor store into a structural fire because you got a little too shit-faced.
Whatever changes.
It's very clever writing in his mods. Yeah, everybody wants me to leave my Brahmin outside. I totally get it. The practice must be understood within a particular social and cultural context. Pretty ironic considering the events of the last several years. Almost prophetic, one would say. Yeah, we're definitely going to run upstairs. Evil children. I may have met one outside. I'm starting to think I may have met one outside. Let's see. Yeah. But I wouldn't get to play the mod if I didn't run upstairs, Illyrios. Come on now. Might as well just go for it. Never gonna make it to the greenhouse door. Congratulations, you've been enslaved. Oh yeah. I'm definitely in a nightmare now if I wasn't in one before. Somehow Penelope's just taking it like a champ here. Yeah, I hate those things. Took my weapons, but they didn't take my lockpicks.
That's it.
Hey, I think I got something.
I have a mod if you do crimes, you go to jail in the cities. Is that crime and punishment? Be careful what you show on stream, Bubbleonia. Okay, this is just too good to not use. Sorry, it just is.
I
So much
swear,
better than the
if
pipe
this
wrench.
turns out to be another damn...
Yes.
Flashy Joe R is an amazing mod.
It's your business to know what you put
It's
into
crime
your
and
child's
punishment you're talking
beloved
about. I haven't
belly.
played it.
That's why sugar bombs are engineered to please both your child and not damage his or her tender brain.
They taste so amazing. And they'll make you remember everything.
Nice.
Quick, absorb that book.
You're going.
Of course, Mother.
Sugar bomb.
Oh, nudity. Don't look.
Breakfast cocktail that'll provide a day-to-day breakthrough in your child's life.
I can see the future.
Sugar bombs may last up to 12 hours. After that, it's anyone's guess.
I guess that answers that question. By default,
Until supplies last.
A Story Wealth is not set up for never
So
new.
fresh when it hits your stomach, blasting your brain with 5,000 taste volts of volcanic delight. Sugar bombs are built from the ground up to prime youth.
Problem solved. Take that beer. Alright, and wait, do we have something back here that might be terribly useful? Plastic, water. Water's always good. Okay. And you're 22? Well, 22 is a damn good age. My youngest is 23. He'll be, or 22. He'll be 23. You know, he just turned 23. God, what am I thinking? Yeah, he just turned 23. My oldest is going to be 28. So that should give you an idea of how old I am. If the grade isn't helping. When the new fish arrives, stripped, disinfected, subjected to a full cavity inspection. My God, man. My God. Traps are mostly for show. Rip Butch. Here's a little philosophy for you. Remember, the concept of a prison is quite simple. Freedom, movements, and access to basically everything is restricted. But it should be so much more. It's a place where dignity, privacy, and control are given up to the guards, and isolation and boredom can drive someone insane, and where the simplest of necessities should seem like luxuries. Oh man. Cold. Extremely cold. But practical, I suppose. You're dealing with raiders here. Some of these guys are real shits, so.
On edge. Need another bottle.
Value is relative, but relatively, what is value? At Fallon's, each price represents our pact with the customer.
Such a good question.
Down
Relatively, what is value?
Value that also takes luxury into account. Mass production techniques may have brought things up to speed, but it's time-honored, well-worn, oak and varnish tradition that really keeps things classic. Ah,
got it.
That's progress.
Progress. Good old progress.
The hell was?
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh! It's the World Series effect. It's too bad. It really is. Anyway. Yep, this is where Gary goes into the whole thing with Candace. Maybe I shouldn't have packed her off to an asylum for scheduling bring the kids to work day on Saturday. I feel like a piece of garbage for fire. Oh, it's alright. You'll have a long time to forgive yourself. Yeah, this is the one where he basically breaks down from like a... I don't know. Not quite a graduate level, obviously, but definitely secondary education level of understanding of at least these types of atomic weapons that were used in the Fallout universe. So Half-Life dropping by 90% for every 7-fold increase of time. So post-blast 1,000 rads an hour. 7 hours later it's 100. 2 days and an hour later it's 10 rads per hour, and so on. Not sure if that would hold true for modern nuclear weapons in the real world, but it's pretty accurate for the old atomic weapons, hydrogen weapons that they're talking about in the Fallout universe. Kind of neat that he threw that in there. Did you take over and become mayor? See, I like letting Eugene become mayor, thanks to Sim Settlements too, but I respect the hustle. And here's the one where he goes into the whole Sublime song. Might have had a bit too much to drink, threw a Molotov cocktail at the counter for kicks, and ended up turning the whole liquor store into a structure fire. Next stop, we hit the electronics store by Lexington. Only took one brick to make their front window drop. Nice. Rip Gary, 88. And, you know, he got to participate in a good old-fashioned bit of anarchy before he passed. Not a bad life. We'll take that stealth boy, and those buff tats, and that stim pack, and those mid tats. What else? Definitely that. Not gonna walk on that mine because that would be bad.
Shivered at the adventures of a single man. Wondered at where Mr. Wallace science would take progress tomorrow. Now, next week, an exciting new series begins, chronicling one man's journey into the mind of a communist. It's true. I've shrunk myself down with my atomic
Vault
relay and
101.
managed to pass through space on a molecular level.
Is that Deacon's
Deep under
jumpsuit?
the earth, I've built my fortress, an impregnable fortress that cannot be reached by normal means. I call it the University. While down there I have plotted, I have planned, I have experimented, I implanted a control chip on the brains of each of my servants that allows them to pass through, as it were.
Pass through! He sounds like one of the think tank scientists. That Dr. Venture kind of voice going.
Yes, on their brains. I've learned so much about what it means to be
a communist.
An astounding revelation of man's cruelty next week on The Brain of Dr. Darius Destardo.
Hey, hey, hey. So this is where we see in-universe the reasons why all of the survivors here spread out and created communities all around us, all of which need our help now. Polished turd. And this is where we find out Murphy served with the Minutemen and actually fought off the super mutants that attacked Diamond City in 2180. Lore accurate. Yes. Commonwealth Provisional Government. Turned the bunker into a prison. Made Murphy the warden. The fall of the Commonwealth Provisional Government, thanks to synth interference, means no money to fund the prison. So they went into the slave business. Rapists, murderers, slavers. Get sold off to someone outside the Commonwealth. It's an elegant solution. Not exactly a laudable one, but an elegant one. A lot of pragmatic people here in the Fallout universe, I suppose. Kind of hard to feel bad about these raiders, though. Then again, there's Reyna, who's decorating the place with corpses now, just like a raider, so... Give me my stuff back. Open sesame. No, we're gonna keep the sunglasses. That's a way better look than those other ones.
scarf back on and a wedding ring. Guess we'll go with that actually. Right arm, left arm, chest piece, left leg, right leg. Perfect. Wonderful. Wait, what's this? Where's the robot workbench that was here? They're not going to speak to me sarcastically while I'm still in this room? Find out what these assholes want. Could not agree more. What do they want?
Excuse me.
Gotta admit, I'm impressed.
I love how it's all
Stella
save your
here
game.
tells me this was all her little ruse. No hard feelings, huh?
Don't get all mushy on me. I hardly broke a sweat kicking their asses.
And a sense of humor, too. I like it. Sorry for any misunderstanding. We're a shoot first, ask questions later kind of place. Never can be too careful
Nice
with looters
jacket, brother.
breaking and entering these days.
Don't misunderstand. We're not criticizing you. Those were fair kills. You didn't know who we were.
Whoever
we
did
didn't know
Randall's
you
voice.
from a random
Chef's
looter.
kiss.
Thankfully, Stella fessed up.
Hey, I was just trying to have
She
a little
sounds just
fun.
like every girl I
How
ever
was
knew
I
in
supposed to know
Hollywood.
they weren't a common criminal?
We're all
Yeah,
friends now.
we're all friends now. Let's skip to the part where you help me.
That's rather presumptuous. After taking out 2 of our crew, I wasn't under the impression we owed you anything.
Well, that all depends. What kind of help are you looking for?
Hold on, I have some questions first.
All right, humor me. What do you want to know?
So, what's your story? Tell me about yourself.
I'm originally from Detroit. Used to make pickup trucks there at the Ford plant before the war. Thing about being a ghoul is, eventually you feel like you've seen it all. Detroit was never much to look at, even before the war. A century after the bombs fell, I started itching for a change of scenery. Heard rumors about the Corvega plant in Lexington. Decided to make my way east to Boston to check it out.
What happened after that?
When I arrived in Lexington, the rumors I'd heard about the auto plant turned out to be phony, so I started looking for something else. Joined up with a group called the Minutemen. That was a few months before the Battle of Diamond City. Mostly been doing that ever since, until it all went to shit.
What do you mean? What happened to you guys?
You're not from around here, are you? How about we do the abridged version for now?
The short of it is, everyone I served with in the Minutemen is either dead or turned raider.
What can you tell me about the child?
Stella hasn't had it easy. Her dad was never in the picture, and her mom raised her at University Point most of her life, until the Institute torched the place. I met Stella and her mom Judy after they fled to Quincy in 2285, helped them build a life for themselves there. And then the Quincy Massacre happened.
What was the Quincy Massacre?
We can get into that some other time. Let's just say that life's greatest dangers often come not from external enemies, but from our supposed friends, who pretend to work for the common cause while scheming to sabotage it. When the Minutemen betrayed Quincy, most of the residents ended up slaughtered by the gunners, Judy included. I managed to get Stella out, and we made our way north.
My
to
man
Concord.
makes a good point.
And that traitor Preston
Don't
followed
make the
us
mistake
here.
of thinking yours
I'm
is the
telling
first
you,
snakeless crew.
He was working with Clint the whole time. And now he's right down the street. And you still won't do anything about it.
We've been over this, Stella. Innocent until proven guilty. You want me to focus on keeping this place safe from the gunners? Or waste time dealing with the loudmouth fool in the silly hat?
Both. I want justice for what they did to my mom.
And like I explained, you'll get it, if you have patience. Garvey'll get what's coming to him eventually. But for now... Wait, hold up. You hear that?
Who's there? Ready to be all done breathing?
God, I hope
I could do without bullets firing at me. Hey, 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 you got me boxed in. What are you guys pointing at?
Take your time fighting back, new blood.
What? That worked.
Illyrios.
What?
Maybe better not.
Good dad.
Ah, damn it.
Oh! In my face. First death of the run. Good thing it's not a permadeath run. And good thing I got a little shut-eye. Ugh. God. Fine. Just give me the stuff. Brutal. Level 7 on survival in here. Be the earliest I've ever pulled it off, but it is still relatively early, so I'll cut myself a little slack. Alright, let me out of here since you're not going to talk to me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hello to you. We'll talk later.
Gotta admit, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Stella here tells me this was all her little ruse. No hard feelings, huh?
Don't get all...
And a sense of...
Sure.
Sorry.
Right.
We're a...
Don't misunderstand. You didn't know. Thankfully.
Hey, I was just trying to have a little fun.
Yeah, we're all...
That's right.
Well, that'll...
Hold on.
All right.
What can you tell me?
Stella. Her dad was... Until I met Stella. And then...
What was the Quincy?
We can get into that some. Let's just say, but from us, when the minute I managed to get Stella out...
And that traitor Preston followed. I'm telling you. And now he's right...
We've been over. You want me to focus or waste time?
Both.
And like...
Sure.
Garvey will get...
Right.
Wait. Hold up. You hear that?
We gonna need all the help we can get. No medics? I thought for sure. I do have some.
What?
Give me some breathing room, huh?
Good riddance.
Watch my back.
Might as well use them on you, because I sure the hell don't want to use them on me.
Damn it. Damn my luck.
Hope you know your blood type.
God damn it.
Last thing you'll ever see!
What the hell am I doing? Did I stim pack Murphy for no reason?
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
I think they're not throwing grenades.
Fuck!
Glad you're on our side.
I'm glad I'm on my side too. Now that you mention it. Oh no 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 no.
Clear.
I did not want to have to do that over again. Again. Welcome back.
Hey. Hey.
Okay, we'll talk later. Strange. I always thought I could talk to them before I go back and get the mission from Merc. Apparently not. Hi, Stella, you little brat.
Hey.
I was afraid those guys might show up.
Hey,
Thanks for
Sneaky,
your
happy
help.
birthday, man.
You alright?
I'll continue to help, but you owe me an explanation first.
Yeah, a little depravity
It's
action.
complicated.
Depravity.
What do you know about the Gunners?
Gunners are just raiders with better armor.
It's a little more than just better armor. But I like your spirit.
They're tactical raiders, man.
No one's really sure where the Gunners started out. But something changed about 8 or 9 years ago. Out of nowhere, they started sporting plasma weapons, advanced combat gear, and even vertibirds. Doesn't make any sense. Where did they get all that stuff from?
That's a good question. I guess I don't know.
People bitch about the Institute.
I'm glad,
Look
dude.
at what's
That's awesome.
really been going on. Quincy,
Hope you had a whole
GNN,
mess of people in
Mass
there.
Bay Medical, mass fusion, 2 vaults, and all the major freeways. It's the Gunners, not the Institute, who've been gaining the most ground in the Commonwealth.
How much of a threat are they?
No one invests the resources to capture those
Yeah, I'm doing
strategic
kind of a
locations without a larger
Project Valkyrie
agenda.
meets Sim
Someone's
Settlements
behind it.
2 run.
We're
so
just not sure
going to finish
who
Sim Settlements
or
2 if I
what.
can. With
At
all
this
4
point,
factions.
there's not much to keep the
United
Gunners
under
from
my
taking
iron
Good Neighbor,
fist.
Diamond City, or the towns up
Friendly
north.
fist.
Is there a
I'm
reason
not really
that you're
sure how
bringing
that's
this up?
gonna go.
You mean besides the fact that we just got ambushed here in Concord? There needs to be a group to stand up to these assholes. Someone strong, organized, and
Awesome.
local. And I'm not talking about the Minutemen. I mean someone with real stones.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the
I
way
played a
of
whole mess of 76 today with Bats
Ultimately, you
Vixen
gotta
and
ask yourself who you want
some of
protecting
the
things.
new
A
cool
bunch
ass
of
people I
Muppets
met
who
from
can't
her stream
defend
last
what's
couple
theirs,
days.
or hardened killers who can handle
She had to do
themselves.
her first Scorch
I
Beast Queen.
hadn't thought of it that
completed
way.
The caverns, the glass caverns.
Uncertainty is sometimes better than an overt threat.
Night Marino.
If you build a reputation for being a little crazy,
That whole
your
thing, so that
opponents
was
are
cool.
never sure what messing with you will cost. So, they tend to avoid finding out.
Settlers can't instill that kind of fear. Whether it's against raiders, synths,
I've been dreaming
mercs,
about playing New
super
Vegas
mutants,
again.
or even mole
Not gonna
rats.
lie.
They've proven time and again that they're incapable of deterring threats to their property over the long term.
I got like a wicked
The
character
Minutemen worked
concept.
for a while, but they ended up self-destructing.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Depends who you ask. The challenge with running a militia is that volunteers inevitably have their own agendas. For a coalition to last, there needs to be a chain of command where members don't feel too constrained by your influence.
But still fear you enough to follow your lead.
Maintaining morale requires convincing soldiers to think less about themselves and more about the group. Involve them in a cause, a crusade against a hated enemy, and make them see their survival as tied to the success of the militia
crusade?
as a whole.
Of course, it's easier said than done.
Somewhere along the way, we lost that sense of common purpose. Infighting took over, and the militia gradually splintered into different groups. Some became raiders or joined the Gunners.
Nice.
Others just disappeared. Quincy was the final
Yeah, those
blow.
fiends are...
And now we're back at square one.
Jesus, what a mouthful.
Right?
What's the plan again?
Whether it's the
Yeah,
Gunners,
some of those
the
guys are really
Institute,
easy
or
to
who
hate.
knows
Let's
what
put
other
it that
groups
way.
are
When
out
you're doing
there.
the bounties
They're
for
too
the
powerful
NCR.
to take on directly. So
Easy
we've
to
got to
hate.
use our weaknesses as strengths.
If your enemy is big and you're small, then by extension, you're fast.
But I'm
and
thinking
they're
about doing a
slow.
house run.
You're
Never
hidden,
completed
and
the
they're
game with house.
exposed.
So we break our
Did a real
forces
short,
into
truncated
independent cells who
Legion
can operate
run, done a couple
elusively and
NCR runs.
autonomously, fighting
Done a
only
Yes
the
Man,
battles we know we
Freedom
can
run,
win, capturing the
Super
enemy's
Karma
weapons
run.
and gear along the way.
But I've never done like
And
full-on
using those
house.
tools against them in the next encounter. That way, the enemy is supplying us, and we grow stronger as they grow weaker.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Oh, you have Willow.
What's our next move?
Good for
The
you.
Gunners
Willow's
are
an awesome
calculated and cautious. It's gonna take them a while to figure out what just happened.
I'm gonna pick up Heather here
provides
after I
us
get
an
done with
opening.
Murph.
The critical elements in any campaign
Probably not
are
tonight, 'cause
speed
I usually
and
only do a couple
adaptability,
hours and then I'm
making
still getting
decisions
used to my
faster than the
partials,
enemy
so.
can.
Striking
And
first,
believe
before
me,
the
it's
gunners
actually
have
quite
time to
fatiguing
assess
to
and formulate a response, may
Do what
throw
you guys
them
do.
off balance.
You people that are more like
Their nearest outpost is
consistent
up on the
professional with this
freeway,
kind of thing.
southeast
To talk
of Walden
and
Pond.
try to be at
That's
least somewhat
likely where the attack
informative
came from.
or entertaining or
The
whatever.
freeway
for 2,
wasn't
3, 4, 5.
particularly well
That
guarded to
goes like
begin
all
with.
day long. It's crazy.
Probably even less so after the
Hats
raid.
off, man.
I want you to head over there,
There's a
take
real
out their
talent that
remaining
you guys
guards,
have.
and steal their weapons, so we can fortify our presence here in Concord. Prove to me
Yeah.
you can handle that task, and I'll have a larger project for you when you return.
And if you want bonus points, there's rumor of a raider stash over by Corvega. We'll mark the location on your map.
Thank God that is like mostly scripted to continue really without my input. Not that it's like story-wise and writing-wise, it's really cool. But there's a point where even your character goes, Jesus, what a mouthful. time is it? Yeah, I don't want to have to do that again. Not gonna lie. Let's make sure. Okay, they're on. Gotta find Illyrios. Gotta get my temporary perk for fighting like a movie villain. Although I suppose I could do a little looting. Hell yeah, man. For your birthday? That's awesome. Sorry I didn't get in there at all, dude. I meant to, and then I just got, like, behind. You know how it goes. Like, just a bunch of shit to do around the house, and feed everybody, and get the kitchen cleaned up. And by the time I had a chance, it was like, I gotta go live here in a few minutes. I made a commitment to myself. I must go live at 9:30. But I'm glad you had an awesome turnout. Very well deserved, sir. Gonna be up for Cat stream tomorrow? She's streaming tomorrow morning, pretty early. Looking forward to some 76 action with Cat. What is happening here? I'm not wearing the backpack. Okay. Something seems really weird. That on. Hey, Joycey.
Excuse me.
Same shit, different day.
Right?
I might be interested in buying or selling.
Guaranteed to save your life or your money back.
Everything's guaranteed unless you want to return it. I really should wear those, but wait, I don't want to sell that. It's the Lone Wanderer's jumpsuit. It's gotta be, right? Canonically. It's gotta be the Wanderer. I'll take it. Hey.
You seem different from most of the people here. Why is that? How did you end up here?
Yeah, I like her earlier streams too.
Come on. Tell me the whole
She
story.
used to stream like all
Who
the
were
time.
you before all
It would like
this?
go right over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. And trying to feed the kids and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's like just
So what are you gonna
hard to
do
catch
now?
her. It's easier to do when she does it in the morning. Don't you think it's time you ditch the mask?
Don't you think it's time you ditched that mask? What are you hiding?
I'm not hiding.
Have you seen yourself? I don't think it's a hard mistake to make. Why is
Oh my
this such a
God,
big
this guy
deal to
kills
you? Hey, no pressure, right?
Having formed a psychopathic bond with Illyrios, he's now available to be your companion. Not only are you able to understand him perfectly going forward, provided you have subtitles enabled, he's also granted you the Butcher Pete perk, allowing you to fight more like a horror movie villain. Illyrios also sells a variety of hockey masks. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I love it. Hey.
Hi.
You interested
Come with me.
in
I need your
traveling?
help.
Oh, it's so great. Okay. And then I need Eden.
Excuse me.
Hey, thanks for your help. Didn't expect help from a stranger. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been here.
Those gods were tough. What do you know about them?
Most of the words that spring to mind ain't the
Kind
ones
of a
I'd
night
say in
owl
polite
anyway,
company.
but like I run out of steam by midnight. I'm not gonna lie. Not as young as I used to be, so.
Hey, it was fun.
If that's
beer
what you
didn't
call
give it
fun,
away.
I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm glad I'm on my side too.
Looks like it was your lucky day.
You can say that again. I guess it could have been a lot worse. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Sorry we got off on the wrong foot. Not looking to cause any trouble. You aren't afraid the gunners will retaliate?
It's gonna get worse. Way worse. Gunners never back down that quickly. They'll attack anyone they think is too weak to defend themselves. There's nothing left they're afraid of. The only way things will get better is if we stand together.
More than happy to stick it to the gunners. We need a way to bring the fight to them.
I think with some work we can make a go of it. We're gonna try.
Gonna stick it to him with
We could
depravity.
really use your help.
Sim Settlements 2. Let's face it, the gunners are toast. You're gonna start going on at 7:30? Well, good.
You interested in traveling together?
Now there's a
Not sure
question
what
I don't
time
get
zone
every
you're in,
day.
but that's a pretty good time for
You
me.
know what?
So, not that
I'm
that
gonna take a chance
should
on
be
you.
your consideration or anything. I'm just saying. Gives me time to get dinner put away and all that kind of stuff. All right. So we have come to the end of the initial opening of Depravity. Took our first death here, of course, fighting the gunners on survival. Because that's not the easiest thing in the world to do, for me anyway. At level 7. And we've now got 2 companions to give us a hand with our stuff. We've also got to go talk to Jake and find out if he has anything more in the ASAM department, because What's-Her-Face wants to open a store. And Preston and the gang are still in the museum. We saved them, but they're just waiting in the lobby for me to come back and tell them they can come to Sanctuary, I guess. So maybe we'll try to take care of all 3 of those things tomorrow. I appreciate Daniel, my new friend. Thanks for hanging out. Young Sneaky, always a pleasure to see you, my dude. And Bats Vixen was on earlier, of course. And anyone else who happens to ever see these, you have my thanks for putting up with my BS and giving me something of an audience to stream to as I practice using my new Champa. I love you all. Keep doing Fallout. The community is gold. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Peace. Yeah, for sure, man.